Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Well, I'm here. I'm a part of it. New York, New York. Yay! I'm so excited. So I had a great trip up. I left my house at 5:45 a.m. In Leesburg, and had the quickest trip I have ever had from LaGuardia to my hotel in Midtown. I'm right in Midtown at Times Square North, Hampton Inn. It's so that you guys can stalk me. Seriously, my cab driver we just aced him, which was great because I had business meetings. That's the cool thing about being an event planner. As long as it's not an actual event, I can do a lot of the work anywhere. And the hotel, I was able to check in early, which rarely happens. I thought I was going to be in their business center for my meetings. And I was able to be in my room and have my meetings anyway. Then I got out, because you guys know I don't buy my tickets in advance for my theater. So I went out and I'm like, I don't know what I want to see. I had a couple, and that I went to, well, none for tonight. It's my first night in, and I didn't sleep last night at all. So, and then traveling all day and everything, I'm always in kind of this weird, what show am I going to see? And so I got my tickets for tomorrow, Wednesday, which is a 2-show day, matinee and then an evening. But, being tired and everything, I know I didn't want a straight show, a non-musical. And I just wasn't sure, so I just started walking, and I'm on 45th Street, and there it is. I'm like, oh my God, Company. Yeah. I mean, okay, I saw Company, and you guys go back on my YouTube channel, and you can see I have several videos about this production of Company and about how 20 years ago I predicted that there would be a production like this, a gender bender and bringing a gay couple in. And then when I went to see it on my birthday, December 2nd, I almost said LaBelle. Patti LuPone was out, and her understudy had to go on. And the show hadn't even opened yet. It was in previews. The understudy hadn't been rehearsed. I'm literally in that row praying for that poor girl. She did phenomenal. And then the set broke, and then it broke again. It was a cool experience, but I didn't really get to see. So I'm like, this trip, I'm going to see the show again with Patti LuPone and without any of the interruptions. And I went, well, let's go ahead and see what kind of ticket we can get for tonight. So I go up to the box office. This is what's cool about being a single. Go up to the box office and said, what's your best seat for tonight? He's like, I got an excellent seat for you. B 107, right in the center. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And then he showed me, and I'm like, that's real kind of close, maybe even better than where I was back in December when I paid like $280 in advance because it was my birthday and I wanted a good seat. So anyway, I get back to my room and I'm putting it in my calendar that I'm going to go see. I keep everything in my calendar. And it comes up, how your reminders from the past will come up, and it says Company B108 on December 2nd. I bought a ticket tonight to sit next to the seat that I sat in on my birthday. So I kind of was sitting next to myself. So anyway, I'm like, oh, well then that's it. Game on. And so I dressed up. I put on the sparkle sweater, put on the jewelry. I even put on the boots. You see? The boots and the sweater, they go together. Aren't they cool? Again, the first night in town, I normally don't do that, but because it's Company and I was all glitched out last time. So, all right, you can watch my last one, but I want to talk about what I experienced tonight because, wow. God, I love this show. Stephen Sondheim was just brilliant. George Firth. It absolutely incredible. This production is absolutely incredible. Truly. Oh man. All right. So, if just to recap, it's a female Bobby, and instead of 3 girlfriends that is throughout, it's 3 boyfriends. Who those guys, I just am in love with 2 of them. Bobby Conti, who plays PJ, and he does Another 100 People. And then Clybourne Elder, who he's also in The Gilded Age, which you guys know I'm loving watching. And he plays the flight attendant, Andy. those two just steal my heart. They are incredible. Just really something different with the role. The other guy, I think the character's name is Theo. I'll tell you, because he deserves for me to say his name at least. Manu Narayan. And yeah, it's Theo. It just doesn't land for me. It just doesn't do it. I mean, it's okay, and he's cute enough. And his harmony, he sings the high tenor when they do "You Could Drive a Person Crazy," "You Could Drive a Person Mad," so which is a really cool rework of a song. Katrina Lenk, who plays Bobby, it takes on a whole different feel and meaning now that it's a female of a certain age who is unmarried, and says she's looking to get married, but is she really? And at the end of Act 2, she sings a song called "Marry Me a Little." And I have to tell you something. I saw it in December and it broke me. And she's singing it. It's right after my new favorite moment in the show, which I won't come to, but it's thundering and it's storming. And when I saw it in December, it rained on stage. And she's singing this, "Marry me a little, love me just enough." And she's singing this pleading song, begging in a way for love. And the rain is raining on her head and dripping down her face. And it was just so raw and it was so emotional. Well, for some reason, probably safety measures, I don't know, they don't do the rain any longer. And I missed it. I got to tell you, I missed it, guys. I did. Anyway, Patti LuPone is brilliant. And what's cool is she doesn't try to Patti too much in the show. She is part of the ensemble. Joanne is part of the ensemble. It's 5 couples. And Patti LuPone is one of them. She just happens to be Patti LuPone. She did not try to upstage. She didn't try to do different. She just did her job. And what a professional. Wow, because when you reach that star status, you expect them to do a star turn. Now, when it is the ladies who lunch, she just embodied it, and she never gets off her stool. But yet, she pulls every single person in with her. That is talent. And so when it's her moment to shine, she did. But I got to talk about Matt Doyle, who plays Jamie. That's the gay couple, Paul and Jamie. And by the way, the understudy was on tonight for Paul, and his name is Jacob Dickey. And I love these characters, and so I really remembered that from when I saw it in December, when I saw the main character that plays the role, and I didn't notice a difference. Jacob Dickey, kudos, you did super. But Matt Doyle, when he does that song called "Not Getting Married Today," and it's where it's his wedding day, and he's marrying Paul, and he's really saying no. And a lot of times this scene is done kitschy and it's done throwaway, and it's this fun, fast song, but he really is going to go get married. That is not how Matt Doyle does it. Matt Doyle eats that stage. He eats that role, and oh, wow. And then when the song is over, and the song is one of the hardest musical theater songs I've ever known. I music directed this show back in the 90s sometime, and directing that song, it was like drove me to drink. And Matt Doyle does it with such ease. The comedy and the drama in it, it's just incredible. The layers and he gets every single nuance in that song and in the scene, and he just does it. And then the scene following it, the song, just breaks your heart. Brilliant performance, Matt Doyle. Marianne Elliott, who she's the director for this show, and she conceived this concept for this revival. I said this back in December. This is like an entirely new company. This isn't a revival of company. It is. But I've seen the revival. I saw it with Raul Julia, and they were playing instruments, and it was brilliant. It was great. It was really great. I loved it. I love this show. I'm obsessed with this show. But this is like an entirely new production. And I remember every little moment about seeing it back in December. I caught so much more. Guys, I'm probably going to see it again. I mean, I'm here for 8 days. I may see it again. And when I come back in June, I may see it again. It is just that good. I really cannot recommend seeing the show enough. For everybody, for people who are married, who have been married, who are wanting to be married, who never want to be married, who don't want to be married. That's cool too, because it speaks to you. So anyway, that's my first night in New York. I am exhausted. I'm going to eat some pizza. Yeah, I have to go off the diet for a little bit for up here. And go to bed. And I will see you all people tomorrow. I love you, and come along on this journey with me. And remember, it's all on my YouTube channel, and all my past videos are on my YouTube channel. Just click the link. All right? New York, baby. I'm here. I'm longing to stray